Hey guys, and welcome back to Matthew Vinyl. This is the second video in the series that I'm doing by showing my favourite artists in my vinyl collection. And in today's video it's going to be Badfinger. Now I've been a big fan of Badfinger for a few years now, and I've been collecting their albums and singles over that time. Now unfortunately at the moment I don't have everything that I like from them, but I will show you what I've got as of now. Now the first part of this video is going to be showing the EPs and singles. Now the first one I'm going to show is an EP from Mexico. Now this came out in the 70s of course, and it has the straight up album cover, and it is the same for the back as well, just continues on the back. And as you can see, most of the songs are in Spanish apart from it's got Without You on there, but I will show you the label now. Now in Mexico the apple looks pretty similar to how it does in the US, but it does show you the English titles there with the Spanish translations next to it. So that is side 1, and then this is side 2. So it does have some good songs on this. If I had to pick 2 from the 4, it would definitely be Without You and Better Days. To me those songs are just absolutely fantastic, but it's not a bad EP by any means. Unfortunately my copy is very scratched up. I'm not sure if my camera is going to be able to pick it up, but it is very scratched. There is many scratches on it. I picked it up on eBay for quite cheap, but if it was in decent condition it would be going for a lot more money. Now that is the only EP I've got by Badfinger. Of course there's not really many to collect, but now we're going to move on to the 7-inch singles. Now the first one that I have is Maybe Tomorrow, when they were still known as the Ivies of course. And the B-side is And Her Daddy's a Millionaire, which is a fantastic B-side. Also, this song to me is one of my favourite Badfinger songs. It's absolutely fantastic. Well, this is a UK issue. I do have a Parlophone sleeve. At the moment, I do not have an Apple sleeve for it, but hopefully soon I can get one. Next up, we have a US copy of Come and Get It, of course, the song written by Paul McCartney. And this is a fantastic song, as many of you will definitely know this song. It's one of the most well-known songs. And the B-side is Rock of All Ages. This is a fantastic song. If you haven't heard it, definitely give it a listen. It's a cracker of a song. Next up, moving into 1970, we have No Matter What, one of my favourite Badfinger songs, and this one really got me into the group a few years ago. And the B-side is even better in my opinion. It is Better Days, a fantastic song. The lyrics, the guitar work, the way it sounds, it's absolutely fantastic to me. If you haven't heard it, definitely give it a listen. Next up we have Day After Day, backed with Sweet Tuesday Morning. I'm going to start with the B-side here because in my opinion this is one of the best Badfinger songs there is. It is a fantastic song written by Joey Molland. If you haven't heard it, again, and I'm going to be saying this a few times now, but it's absolutely amazing. You definitely got to check it out. It's very relaxing, nice lyrics to listen to, and it's just an absolutely fantastic song. And of course the A-side is Day After Day, another huge hit for the group. Of course this is a UK issue. Unfortunately my copy does have a little tear there, but apart from that it's fine. The vinyl is in pretty much good condition. It does have one scratch. Yeah, you can see it there. It does have one scratch there, but thankfully it doesn't affect play or anything like that. It still sounds absolutely great. Now the final single in my Badfinger collection of course is Baby Blue, one of the most well-known songs, and it's absolutely amazing. This is a Los Angeles pressing, I believe, and it's backed with Flying, another great song. I see both from the straight up LP. I say my copy does have some writing on the label there, but other than that I don't mind, because to me the condition is all in the actual record itself. There you go. Now that is the EPs and singles done, we're moving on to my LP collection. Now one thing I've got to say, I do not own any of the 80s albums, and unfortunately as of now I do not own No Dice and Straight Up, 2 of my favourite albums, but they're quite expensive to get. So at the moment I haven't been able to get any, but hopefully soon in the future I can fill those gaps in my Badfinger vinyl collection. First up is Magic Christian Music, of course, from 1969. A fantastic album. This is a US copy, so the track listing is different to the UK one, but it's still a good album all in all. My favourite song of this would definitely be Dear Angie, of course, written during the time of the Ivies by Ron Griffiths, and of course he is not on this album cover on the back, of course, because he left the group. So, yeah. And also, of course, Joey Molland is not featured, even though he did join at this point, but he's not on any of these tracks. So it just shows the 3 there. As I say, it's a fantastic album. It has Coming Get It. It also has Rock of All Ages, as I mentioned earlier, as a fantastic song. Dear Angie's on it as well. And of course, Maybe Tomorrow, which I did show earlier on my 45 copy. So it does have a lot of good songs on them. If you haven't heard it, give it a listen. Next up is Badfinger, a self-titled album from 1973, released on Warner Bros. Records. Now, I hadn't actually heard any of these songs before I picked up this album. I bought it at my local record shop for about, I think it's about £20 or something like that. And I played it and I was blown away. It's actually very good. In my opinion, not as good as the Apple stuff, but it is still quite good. Of course, this came out around the time as Ass did, of course. I haven't got that either. But yeah, if I have to pick my favourite songs, it would definitely be Shine On, Love Is Easy, Island, Matted Spam. Those songs are just absolutely fantastic. And I say mine is an original UK issue. Now next up is a more modern release. It is Badfinger at the BBC from 1969 to 1970. Now I believe this came out in 2020 or 2022, or sometime around that time. I picked this up on Amazon for quite cheap, I think about £15, so it's not really going to cost you much. This does include recordings with Ron Griffiths and some with Joey Molland as well, I believe. Yep, it does, yeah. So side 1 is BBC sessions from 1969, and side 2 is BBC and Beat Club sessions from 1970. Of course, Beat Club was done in Germany. So that is side 1 there. Hopefully you can see that. And then here is side 2. This was released on the 1960s Records label. Now they basically reissue popular 60s artists and their live recordings. I'll show you the label real quick if you're interested. So they pretty much recreate the Parlophone label here, but sometimes it's red label, like for the text there at the top, and other times, like this one, it is yellow. Now Badfinger, they're known as Ivories, of course. They did an absolutely amazing version of it. If you haven't heard it, I think you can find them on YouTube quite easily. They do a good version of Drive My Car and Just One Look, of course, a big hit by the Hollies. And they do Birthday as well, which was another Beatles song. On side 2, it does have Come and Get It repeated 3 times and Rock of All Ages repeated twice. But, you know, to me it's still interesting hearing the other versions of those songs. So yeah, if you haven't got it, I highly recommend it. Now that is the end of the vinyl part of this video, and I'm not going to do this usually with my videos, but I'm going to be showing a CD. Now I'm only doing this because this video is quite short, so to make up with it I will show one more item. This is Badfinger. If you want it, here it is live. And it is Badfinger live in 1972 and 1970. So I'll show you a close up there. Sorry about the glare there. It has tracks from the Granada TV Studios broadcast from 1972, and it also includes some tracks from Beat Club, which you saw before on this vinyl. I will show you the inside. You get a nice little booklet. Now this isn't an official release, but it's still nice to have. So you get like a little booklet there explaining about the group and the songs, etc. The back has a nice promotional poster of No Dice. We'll show you the inside. Get a nice photo there, and of course when you take the CD out, the picture continues. So this was released by a label called London Calling. They are similar to that 1960s Records label I showed before, but they basically just reissue live recordings of 60s artists and some 70s. They mainly do CDs, they don't do vinyl too much anymore, and I'm not really a CD person, but I thought I'd definitely pick up this because, you know, it's some rare recordings. Now, this did come out in 2023, but I don't think it hit the shops until early 2024. So I'm not sure on the exact release date it came out, but I'm sure you can find it on Amazon for quite cheap. That's why I bought it from, I think about £8, but I don't know how much it is now. Now that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any other artists that you'd like to see in my collection, put them down in the comments below, and I will hopefully get that video out shortly. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and peace.